Welcome back, Pokemon collectors. Today we're going over the most valuable Zubat cards of all time. Before we get into the cards, let's talk about Zubat for a second, one of the most recognizable cave Pokemon in the entire franchise. Zubat is a Generation 1 Pokemon originally introduced in the very first games, and it's a poison/flying type bat Pokemon. Official Pokedex entries note that Zubat lives deep in caves, avoids sunlight, and navigates by emitting ultrasonic waves because it has no real use for eyesight. If you've ever played Pokemon, you already know Zubat are everywhere. They're one of the most common Pokemon in the games, constantly appearing in caves and tunnels throughout every generation. In the anime, Zubat made its debut in Clefairy and the Moonstone, helping establish it as one of the classic early Kanto Pokemon. But even though Zubat is incredibly common, some of its cards are anything but. Starting off, we have Zubat from Skyridge Reverse Holo. This card is sitting around $49 ungraded, while a PSA 10 goes for about $85. This set is part of the e-reader era, which already makes it more collectible than most people realize. Next up, another Skyridge Zubat, but this one is on a completely different level. Ungraded copies are around $45, but in a PSA 10, this card has sold for about $300. That's a huge jump, and it really comes down to rarity and how tough these are to grade clean. Now we've got Zubat from Team Rocket Returns Reverse Holo. This one is about $18 ungraded, but jumps up to around $150 in a PSA 10. EX era reverse holos are known for scratching, which makes high grades much harder to hit. And finally, Brock's Zubat from Gym Heroes First Edition. This one sits around $16 ungraded, with PSA 10 copies going for about $65 to $70. This card is driven heavily by nostalgia, especially with Brock being such a fan favorite character. And that's what makes Pokemon card collecting so interesting. Even a Pokemon as common as Zubat can have cards worth hundreds of dollars. So next time you're going through your bulk, don't skip the Zubats. You might be sitting on something valuable,